Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns plans on handling business his way after Paul Heyman decided to corner CM Punk for WrestleMania 41. Reigns and Punk will cross paths in a triple threat match, also featuring Seth Rollins. Reigns and Punk teamed up at last year's Survivor Series War Games Premium Live event. Heyman had revealed his best friend as the fifth man for the OG Bloodline in their traditional War Games match against the new Bloodline. On social media, Reigns sent a short message and a video showcasing one of his recent workouts before WrestleMania 41. Triple H has addressed the issues between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk ahead of their main event on Night 1 of WrestleMania 41. Speaking to Peter Rosenberg in a recent interview, the game discussed Reigns and Rollins' work ethic and their contribution to the company. He also commented on the animosity between all three superstars. Triple H said, "You have moments in time where CM Punk leaves here, but his name echoes here. And people are saying it's the downfall and all this asterisk. And then you have guys like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns that break their backs rebuilding this to a place where it is now bigger than it has ever been before. Bigger than it was when Punk was here. Bigger than the summer of Punk, or whatever the deal was, right? Yeah, in their mind, we carried on without you even when you took us asterisk on us and left and all these things. And there's a lot of animosity there." On the final episode of WWE Raw, before WrestleMania 41, Reigns, Rollins, and Punk crossed paths in another brawl where Rollins stood tall over his opponents. The WWE landscape has been shaken to its core in the wake of Paul Heyman's shocking move ahead of WrestleMania 41. And if there were any doubts about where Roman Reigns stands after this bombshell twist, the tribal chief has erased them with absolute clarity. In a thunderous, calculated, and emotionally charged response, Roman Reigns has drawn a line in the sand, not just as the head of the table, but as a man who now finds himself confronting betrayal from within his own kingdom. What was supposed to be a final dominant chapter in Reigns' legendary run toward WrestleMania has now become a war built on broken trust, high stakes, and pure vengeance. The WWE Universe watched in disbelief as Paul Heyman, Roman's longtime wiseman, orchestrated a twist that no one saw coming. For years, Heyman has been Reigns' voice, his counsel, his strategist, his shadow. The bond between them wasn't just professional. It was personal. From the day Reigns returned in 2020 and took his place at the head of the table, Paul Heyman was right there, helping craft an era defined by dominance, psychological warfare, and strategic mastery. But now, just weeks before the grandest stage of them all, that era has taken a brutal turn. Heyman's actions, whether seen as a betrayal or a long-played strategy, have detonated one of the most explosive storylines WWE has built in years. And in true tribal chief fashion, Roman Reigns didn't wait long to respond. Appearing on SmackDown just days after the betrayal, Reigns entered the arena with the fire of a warrior king and the cold fury of a man wronged. No fireworks, no smile, just silence, tension, and the weight of unfinished business behind every step he took. Once in the ring, with the crowd split between awe and anticipation, Reigns spoke, not with rage, but with control. His words were heavy, deliberate, the voice of a man who's done being manipulated. Paul Heyman made a choice, he began, staring directly into the camera. "And now I make mine." The arena erupted, because it was clear this wasn't just about a manager turning his back. This was about war. Roman continued, his voice steady as stone. "I trusted that man with everything. I made him family. And he forgot who the bloodline really runs through." With those words, it became obvious. The tribal chief was preparing for battle on a level we haven't seen before. Sources backstage say Reigns was genuinely blindsided by the creative direction, an angle kept tightly under wraps by WWE's inner circle. And that genuine emotion came through in every beat of his promo. Gone was the cool, calculating emperor. In his place stood a man sharpened by betrayal, a champion ready to defend not just his title, built an empire around loyalty. Reigns continued. Now I'll burn it all down to rebuild it the right way. If there were questions about how he would move forward without Heyman, they were answered in full. Roman Reigns is not backing down. He's taking control in a way that only he can, strategically, violently, and with the kind of methodical precision that has defined his historic reign. WrestleMania 41 is no longer just a defense. It's a reckoning. Paul Heyman's twist, rumored to be aligning with a returning megastar or turning to a rising threat like Solo Sikoa or Bron Breakker, has flipped the chessboard just when the game seemed under control. But if Heyman thought Roman would crumble, he clearly forgot who he was dealing with. "You think this weakens me?" Reigns asked during the promo, locking eyes with the camera again. "It only makes me more dangerous. I don't need a wise man. I am the wise man. I am the final boss." The statement sent chills through the crowd and sparked a wave of reactions online. Fans, fellow superstars, and legends of the business weighed in instantly. The Rock tweeted simply, "Now this is going to be a fight worth watching." #Final Boss Seth Rollins, never one to stay silent, posted a cryptic, "I warned you about snakes in the grass." Even Cody Rhodes, who many believe could be Roman's WrestleMania opponent, kept his message short but stinging. You reap what you sow. The dynamic has completely shifted. Roman is no longer protected by the brain trust of Heyman. He's a king without a court, a warlord surrounded by enemies, yet still carrying the aura of inevitability that has made his run so legendary. And that's what makes this new chapter so compelling. Because Roman Reigns has never been more alone, but he's also never been more focused. Behind the scenes, WWE executives are said to be ecstatic about the shift. Creative minds see the breakup between Reigns and Heyman as the natural next evolution in Roman's character arc. You can't stay on top forever by being liked or followed, one insider shared. Eventually, every king has to face the knife in the back. What Roman does with that betrayal will define the rest of his legacy. And Roman seems determined to do just that. As the build to WrestleMania 41 intensifies, there's a new edge to his presence. He's training harder. He's speaking less. He's making fewer public appearances. But when he does, they are unforgettable. Every time Roman shows up, it feels like something seismic is about to happen. He knows the eyes of the world are on him. He knows fans are questioning what's next. And rather than panic, he's embracing it. In a rare backstage segment caught by WWE Digital, Roman offered a final thought that left the world buzzing. Let Paul do what he does. Talk, scheme, lie. But when it's time to fight, I'll do what I do. Win. The message is clear. Roman Reigns has always been the storm, but now he's also the silence before it. Calculating, waiting, ready to strike. With or without Paul Heyman, the tribal chief isn't just coming to WrestleMania 41 to defend his title. He's coming to make a statement so final, it echoes beyond the ropes, beyond the storyline, beyond even WWE itself. WrestleMania 41 is no longer about legacy versus challenger. It's about loyalty, betrayal, and what happens when the man on the throne gets pushed to his absolute limit. Roman Reigns has made it clear how he's handling business. And when Roman makes a promise, history has taught us, you believe it. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.